For us and the livestock.
You and the animals had the same doctor?
Sure. It worked out fine. Until the doctor started drinking hog liniment and tried to neuter the Swenson brothers.
If that's the doctor, tell him I have no insurance.
Told me you were engaged. What happened?
The war happened. Augustine went off to fight, and I never heard from him again until today.
I wonder why he looked you up after all this time.
Are you kidding? He was crazy about me. I was the only girl in the village who didn't want to be a nun. The Gloria never sits home on a Friday night, and she's a widow. Every time I talk to her, she's going out with another guy.
Ma, she calls you 3 times a year.
She's very busy. I'm thrilled she finally found the time for a visit.
Ma, why do you always make excuses for her?
I don't make excuses for any of my children. Except Phil.
This is so sad. We were all so lonely, and then by a miracle we found you.
Dear Blanche, I guess you know by now, I'm really sorry. The thing is, I really liked you. This time was different. You're a special lady.
I mean, who doesn't have a date?
Rose, I need to borrow a silk scarf tonight.
You have a date?
No, I'm doing the dance of the 7 veils, and I'm one short. Sometimes I worry about her.
God! Oh, he is my all-time favorite TV actor. Oh, I cannot believe that I am actually going to meet Patrick Vaughn. Oh, I've had a crush on him for years. He is the sexiest actor on TV.
I hate to admit it, but he melts my Haagen-Dazs.
Idle passion. Well, I had to call a cab to take me home. Never mind. The point is, you snore. Hey, let's face it. None of you was a day at the beach. Remember when we had that cold snap and the heat gave out? Boy, what a night.
You know, the teacher I've been working with on the youth fair.
She's known him for 2 whole weeks, and he hasn't asked her out yet.
Look, I don't know him. We have spent exactly 2 Saturday mornings building display booths and painting signs. We're hardly close.
Maybe you could be if you'd ask him out. He's obviously too shy to ask you. Maybe you just... Got a deal. 60. Oh, good news, Dorothy. I got your date for the banquet.
Ma, I'll get my own date.
Fine. Pay 100.
Here, help me finish these invitations.
Hi, girls. Boy, am I stuffed. I must have sampled food from over 10 caterers.
Did you find one for the banquet?
Please, come in. You'll have to excuse my mother. She's a little upset. She just found out she has the same hairdresser as Whoopi Goldberg.
This is my associate, Bobby Hopkins.
Detective Mullins, I am Blanche Devereaux, and these are my roommates, Dorothy and Rose. They're innocent. I'm not.
And then one night at the country club, possibly during little Mei Ling's coming out party. Dorothy's having the time of her life when she goes to the powder room and she overhears the towel lady telling Mrs. Steinbeck that Dorothy's husband.
Oh, this is boring.
I know how we could make the time go faster. We could sing a work song like they do on the railroad. Just follow my lead. Gonna stuff a chicken.
Gonna stuff the chicken.
Like my mama taught me.
Like my mama taught me. What the hell are you talking about?
Ask the towel lady. That reminds me, I gotta give Charlie Milburn a call.
If this cake reminds you of Charlie Milburn, we could both give him a call. Rose, how... Senior? cut the crap and put out the stogie, Rocco.
I like your style. Right suit, right haircut, voice a little higher, you could pass as Frank Nitti.
What the hell are you talking about?
Little higher, I think you got it.
You really knew Frank Nitti?
Well, sure, Frank Nitti.
Olga Nielsen! Oh, that's impossible. Olga always bowls with her twin sister, Sonia.
That was before Olga found out Sonia's been sleeping with her boyfriend, Lars. And not telling him he had the wrong sister. Oh, Rose Madden, I can't wait to whoop your butt.
Olga Nielsen is a terrific bowler. They could beat us.
There is no us, Rose. I am not bowling with you.
Oh, Dorothy, I don't ask many favors of you, but I'm asking one now. I'm begging, please, as a friend, be my partner.
Blanche, wake up. My wife will be home any minute.
Dorothy, that was a terrible thing to do.
I'm sorry, but we have to get down to the bowling alley.
Oh, it's 6 a.m. Why are you making me do this?
You have to. Now, you just settle down. You hear me? Settle down.
Ooh, don't make me do this, Dorothy. This ball feels like it weighs about 100 pounds.
Honey, I sympathize with you. I mean, anyone who has ever competed understands what you're going through. So listen, sweetheart, if you don't feel like bowling, you don't have to.
Oh, good.
You just hold on.
We're in the charm of a Cary Grant.
I'm not surprised. The woman drinks grain alcohol out of a measuring cup.
Here's the tea.
This is just hot water. Always.
I'll hold the ladder.
I meant something like rearranging the furniture in the living room, or cleaning out the garage, or relining the kitchen shelves.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo's fun on a rainy day.
She was talking about relining the shelves.
Well, that could be fun, too, if we divide into...
Wow, he sure is handsome.
Oh.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
Oh, that he's in town on business and that he's single again and that he'd love to be my date for the museum ball Saturday night.
The museum ball. Didn't Roger Clark postpone his kidney transplant so he could be your date?
And for us to do.
Okay. It was so nice finally meeting you all.
See you later, Clayton.
Oh, isn't it nice to see a brother and sister who are such good friends?
It certainly is. Oh, I always wished that I could have been closer to my brother Phil. You know, go places together, share experiences. Although I did... Tom Gallagher. Blanche, you're too good for him.
Dorothy, I will never understand what it is you have against Tom Gallagher.
He is a shallow, insensitive snob who stands you up constantly.
Dorothy, there happens to be another side to Tom Gallagher that most people don't see.
What is it?
I don't know, I'm one of those people. Are, honey, stand up straight. Put your left hand on your hip. Now, strike a very sexy, sultry pose.
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy. What's wrong with your hip?
I was out, he owns the chain and wants me to be in a commercial. Sophia, that's amazing.
I'll say it's rare you find anybody in a mini mall who even speaks English.
Okay, Ma, where are you going to shoot this commercial?
Well, we discussed many exotic locations.
Looking at houses that may or may not belong to Lucille Ball.
Well, I'm not spending my vacation in New York getting mugged and groped and insulted.
I'll be happy to go anywhere they don't spit on Americans. Why don't you come with us?
I can't. Stan called. He's stopping by.
Oh, really? What's he gonna do, bring me some more flowers?
One of my favorite plays.
Frankly, I was a little disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, when you told me you were taking me to a revival of Tennessee Williams, I was expecting something more along the lines of a seance.
Rose, I have never met anyone like you.
Check the cornfield on Hee-Haw.
Nice pants, Rose.
Leave her alone. I'm sure she feels bad enough.
Thank you, Rose. Oh, honey, do we have any orange juice?
Sure. Would you like me to pour you a glass? Or have Sophia come in and bring you the refrigerator?
Enough.
Pussycat, I moved that safe to the attic like you asked me.
Passionate and virtually interchangeable.
You know, Rose is right. Every year at this time, you start robbing the crate. Hey, wait a minute. By any chance, does somebody have a birthday coming up?
All right, yes, damn it, it's almost my birthday. And I intend to forget all about...
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
I'm married.
What?
It's not a good marriage, Dorothy. It was over years ago.
I can't believe...
Do that.
Yes, I do. I've just been in dry dock. I'm back now. I'm suited up, coach. Put me back in the game.
Okay, but you have to listen to everything I say. When I say jump, you say on who?
Go by me. I'm in and out on my children's first names.
It's the 117th anniversary of the birth of Robert Frost.
I love him. Always nipping at your nose.
That was Jack Frost. Robert Frost is the guy who interviewed Richard Nixon on TV. Hello, I'm Rose Nyland.
I'll save you some time. I don't wear Avon. I have a mop.
Virgins in St. Olaf, too. Every year, we'd go down to the lake, and they'd be flopping around on the dock. Oh, no, wait, that was the Festival of the Dancing Sturgeons.
What is wrong with you, woman?
And me. Always mouthing off about how her hair was curlier than mine, her complexion was prettier than mine. I finally said there was good reason for it. She was left by gypsies. Had her completely convinced.
Well, what did she say when you told her the truth?
Oh, I never did.
That's it. I'm out of here.
He's just a little field mouse who's lost his way. He'll listen to me. Mice always have.
Rose, do you have any idea how weird you are?
Girls, I am just beside myself. I don't know what to do.
Honey, what?
Not a dime.
Yes! Well, this is it. My last session with Stan and the psychiatrist. How do I look?
Oh, fine. Why?
It's so hard to dress for a psychiatrist.
Who cares story. That is a why in the hell tell in the first place story.
Blanche,
Wait,
Blanche,
I'm
Blanche.
sorry, but it's just that I actually went through a very rebellious stage as a teenager. I know how difficult it can be.
Well, what did you do that was so rebellious?
When I was 15, I dropped out of school for a month to become a magician's assistant. When I was 6, I swear I will.
Too much pressure. Moving on.
Okay, here's another good one. Recent widower seeks widow. I am handsome, intelligent, and possess great style. I'm also incontinent, but have learned to laugh about it.
Well, that's a keeper.
And it only happens one night. Now I have to get me somebody to dump Uncle Lucas on. If I could only find me an idiot. Rose, sweetheart, what are you doing tonight?
Sorry.
He said that tomorrow he wants to introduce me to his family. Now, if that is not the last step before a marriage proposal, I don't know what is. Oh, that is wonderful. Girls, I'm so excited. Just imagine being Richard's wife. I would be married to a gorgeous, intelligent man. I'd be living like a...
Maybe you could spend a few days with Richard and his children, see how it goes.
Oh, I don't know. What if they hate me? What if I hate them?
Honey, what if you all end up liking each other?
Yeah, I guess I could at least give it a chance. Okay, then that's what I'm gonna do. Hi, girls.
When did you get back?
Oh, a few minutes ago. What a day, I'm exhausted.
Oh, where'd you go?
Bermuda. Only Richard had a last-minute appointment, so it was just me and the kids. Oh, we had a terrific time, though, swimming and playing and talking. They're lovely children.
Does this mean you're going to marry Richard?
Oh, girls, I'm devastated, just devastated.
Honey, what happened?
I asked my teacher for help like you all told me to. He said the only way I would get an A on his final is if I sleep with him.
No.
Oh, yes. I just don't know what to do. Get it right?
Medicine is still a man's world. So, if it'll make you feel any better, I used to be a man.
What?
Just a little female Dr. Humor.
All right, so what's the verdict?
You want some coffee?
Sure. How about some Danish? It's almost breakfast. Hey, want some eggs? Sure.
Do we have any bacon?
Yeah, we got
Grab me a couple, but
scrambled salt. Bacon, 5 pieces.
You're a wonderful woman, Blanche. No offense.
See me drive home. Come on, baby. 1, 2.
I don't even like loin, of course.
All right, then I'm not going in on this nightstick.
This is a pepperoni.
It's obnoxious.
Excuse me, you made a mistake. That Windex isn't on sale this week. The regular price is $1.99.
Rose, why don't you just save it for the Price is Right?
Well, I won't accept it. Oh, excuse me. Officer. A grievous injustice has been perpetrated upon my friends and me. We are totally innocent. We're just 3 helpless females, desperately in need.
No, Rose, she's dropping off a manicotti with a file in it.
Oh, girls, we're going to get to see Mr. Burt Reynolds after all. I thought these beautiful tickets were all going to go to waste.
So, which one of you isn't going?
Well, I'm the one who won the tickets.
Yeah, but my mom's the one who...
I can't. My taxi's waiting. I just wanted to stop by and say thank you.
For what?
For convincing me to go back home. I figured I'd give it another try.
Oh, that's great.
What was it I said?
Nothing. I just decided I didn't want to be as old.
Because you know what, we hadn't. I feel a little strange about going out with Stan again tonight.
You're going out with Stan tonight?
He has tickets to the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater.
And you're going?
Well, of course I am. I'd be out of my mind to pass up the chance to see Mr. Jamie Farr in the Kane Mutiny Court Martial.
Sleep, what do you want?
Open the door, Stanley.
Dorothy, you're in your nightgown.
I came here on an impulse. I couldn't help myself.
Well, it's really a nice gesture, babe, but I'm afraid I'll have to take a rain check.
Stanley, you truly are one chrome...
Which now? Sophia. Well, Mrs. Claxton, how lovely to see you again.
Who are you?
I'm your neighbor, Blanche Devereaux.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
I beg your pardon?
With my binoculars, I have a terrific view in your bedroom window.
Howdy, Dorothy.
Mr. Hollingsworth, come in.
Rose.
Good to see you. Big Daddy, let me look at you.
No, let me look at you. Oh, you're still as pretty as a ladybug, sunning itself on a little me, and I love her, and we want to get married.
I'm sorry, Daddy. Seems like every time I'm trying to help you, it just turns out you don't need me.
No, that's not true. The reason Margaret and I came down here in the first place is because we do need you. We need your blessing on our marriage.
You've broken my heart. I'm ashamed to call you my grandson.
Now look what you've done. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Bridget, I am shocked at your behavior. Why doesn't everybody just calm down? Bridget and Michael are adults. They went out. They had a great time.
It was nice. I wouldn't call it great. Mom, I think we should talk.
Oh, why don't we just forget about it?
I don't want to forget about it.
Okay, then I forgive you. I know it wasn't your fault.
Mom, you've got to stop pretending I'm some kind of perfect angel. I'm not. I make mistakes. And what I did the other night was one of them.
We're backers of Howard the Duck.
Going somewhere for Christmas?
Well, yes, I am. I'm going home to see my family.
Oh, gee, I wish I was going somewhere for Christmas. But my family disowned me. They're embarrassed because I'm an artist.
Trapeze!
Excuse me. Did you know that the guy who wrote Silent Night was also the original choice for Potsy on Happy Days?
The mighty have fallen.
This place is always filled with such nice people. Years ago when I,
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the severe storm front that is passing through the area, all flights in and out of Miami International Airport have been canceled until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Have a Merry Christmas.
Only could she twirl that baton like a propeller, but she knew every chair in the county. And she could twist her body into the shape of the letter R. Well, finally Charmaine decided it was her turn to be in the spotlight. So she challenged me to compete against...
Handling, not a kidney.
She is trying so hard to be brave.
She's very convincing.
Well, you have a wonderful night, Stan.
We just wanted to stop by and wish you luck in case we don't see you again. Before you leave. For the hospital. Not another world.
To hell with this town. Come away with me.
But Biff, you're a drifter. How can I just pull up stakes and run off with you?
Please reconsider lens. I think maybe I'd better put it in now. There, that's better.
Giving these last 2 weeks.
What?
He's been saying me and Blanche and Phyllis behind our backs.
You're a dirtbag! He's been saying me too.
What? Yes.
Oh, that man is sly.
I'm scum.
Oh, Flugenochen.
What?
So Flugenochen. How did you do? You lied to everybody.
You, sir, are nothing but a low-down, carpet-bagging scallywag. And as God is my witness, I will never shampoo your hair again.
And another thing, you'll never what? Well, I guess you know how we all feel, so why don't you just get out of our sight?
Her cousin Joe is hanging the wallpaper in Tony Bennett's guest bathroom.
Oh, that's nice.
He says celebrities stop by there all the time. And one day he saw Dean Martin, Liberace, Don Rickles, and Mitzi Gaynor.
All of these people stop by to use the bathroom on the same day?
What am I, urologist to the stars?
You're kidding.
Hell no. Get you this.
I see. Well, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Emily's mom.
The walkathon people. Everybody's left the staging area. There's no sign of Emily's parents.
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think we might have to start thinking about...
Well, maybe we should try and get some sleep.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm just too depressed.
Me too.
This has been a terrible day. A friend's funeral, stuck in a train station in the middle of nowhere, trying to sleep me up.
Ma, this is Father Leahy. He had dinner with us tonight.
Oh, pleased to meet you. What happened to your date?
Father Leahy is her date.
Come here.
What is it?
Well, thanks to you, I'm on the verge of making a very important decision. I'm thinking of leaving the church. Good night.
Smells great. She probably defrosted something I already cooked.
Yeah, I did. But I had to throw it out.
It smelled like it had gone bad. It's probably no good to begin with. After all, you cooked it. That does it!
Ma got something caught in her throat.
And that's why you decided not to have the surgery.
No, I figured if I could land myself a doctor, I might as well wait and let him pay for it. Besides, I guess I can live with the lines and the wrinkles and the sagging, as long as I have the three of you to grow old with.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say.
Yeah. To keep those earrings my entire life, like my mama did. And my grandmama. And my great-grandmama, who fashioned those earrings herself from the Civil War bullets that killed great-granddaddy.
Blanche, for one thing, I always wanted to be a ballerina.
Please, with those legs?
Come on out, Salvador. I got more bread waiting for you.
Ma, I got news for you. I don't think it would have been any easier for you to break into ballet at 48.
That's not the point. I'd still have 2 more years to dream.
Oh, for heaven's sake, go on.
No, Dave, I better do this by myself. You might get... Right. Need any help?
Get away from me, you jinx. I mean, no thank you, Rose.
Girls, you'll never guess what happened. Norman threw me over for a fat woman.
Blanche, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Rose, but Dorothy's the one who ought to be sorry. It's all her fault.
Flying to a mountain.
That would be a good example of a mishap.
Rose, do me a favor. Fasten your seatbelt. Over your mouth.
Rose, why don't we use our time constructively and work on your eulogy? Now, what are you planning to say, honey?
I don't know. I'll probably
Cadet never lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, several weeks ago I brought a letter to the attention of our premier. He was so moved by its childlike simplicity, he requested to meet with the little girl who wrote it.
Flying on television in front of 1 million people?
People lie on television, Dorothy. They do it on 60 Minutes all the time.
He's a married man running for election. Why would he say he had an affair if he hadn't?
I'm sure I don't know. And I also don't know why you just assume I'm guilty. Can you give me one good honest man? That's why we all believed in you. But now you started lying, and you're just like so many other politicians. Dishonest. If you even win this election, it won't mean a hill of beans, because it won't be you winning. You'll never be a great man, Gil, without being an... I am shocked at your insensitivity. May I point out to you that this is no ordinary picture? This picture was carried thousands of miles across the ocean by her great-great-grandmother, a woman who came to this country in search of a better life, as have done millions of immigrants throughout history. Why, this picture...
Dorothy?
Have we met?
Not yet. I'm here because of your ad in the paper. Willing to do anything, $8 an hour, no job too big or small.
Yes, of course. Please come in. I'm sorry, I didn't expect people to actually come here. I just...
Stab me right in the back.
Oh, come on, Blanche. Did you really expect us to turn Laszlo down? You said yourself it was a chance to become immortalized in a classic work of art.
Horsepucky. You went for the same reason Rose went, to get your hands on my man.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, let's face it, girls. We have no idea which one of us Laszlo wants to use.
Well, I think it's obvious, Dorothy. The man is an artist. He has taste. He cannot help but pick the woman with the most grace, the most style, the most femininity. St. Olaf. I got work to do.
Oh, Ma, I moved some of your things into my room.
Why'd you do that?
Well, Blanche's daughter arrives today. You're going to have to sleep with me.
Let me respond to that proposition the way your dates do. No thanks, I'll call you sometime.
Okay, girls. How do I...
Mama, you have to accept me for what I am. You have to stop trying to tell me how to run my life, otherwise I'm going to have to leave again.
No, honey. Oh, you know, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I love you just the way you are. Everlast
Questions, and you better have the right answers. Things like, who do you like better, me or Hitler? Who's got the snappiest boots, me or Hitler? Who's got the cuter girlfriend, me or Hitler? And you always had to answer Mussolini. Otherwise, they forced you to play the lightning.
Can I get you another slice of cake, Uncle Angelo?
No, thank you.
I'll take a slice, darling.
No problem, sweetheart.
Hurry back, dumpling.
My feet have wings, barf bag.
Of course, there's some things I don't understand, like poverty. And the spokesmodel category on Star Search. But then again, you work your wonders in mysterious ways. A couple of years ago, on a night like this, I would have frozen to death because I was by myself.
We're not meant to live together.
I hate to agree with you, but I think you're right.
I think so, too. In fact, I know so. This is exactly what happened during the Great Herring War.
The Great Herring War?
Yes, between music.
Tickle the ivories, Rose.
Goochie, 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 goochie.
Rose, play or die. Miami is nice, so I'll say it twice. Maybe you're right.
I'll call you in a few weeks.
Okay. Wait a minute.
You see, I am 44 years old.
Wow, this is great. I was afraid we wouldn't have anything in common. We're almost the same age.
Rose, you make her sound like an old woman. Actually, she's much closer to my age.
Lorraine, these are my roommates. That's Blanche Devereaux, Rose.
Grandma, this is my fiancée, Lorraine, and this is her mother and her two aunts.
Oh, wait. This is your fiancé?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't find someone your own age?
What is that supposed to mean?
No offense, but it means your daughter.
I hope we didn't wake you. My sisters and I couldn't sleep. We felt terrible about the things we said to you this afternoon.
We didn't agree on much of anything, did we?
Look, neither one of us wants to.
Excuse me, did a white man and a wrinkled old black woman just come in here?
She meant a regal black woman and a scuzzy little white boy.
Mom!
You celebrate your way, I'll celebrate mine.
Everyone here is a woman.
We are gathered here today to honor the memory of a man who has suddenly been taken from us.
What are you looking at me for? Just keep talking.
Fidel Santiago was a very special man. He was kind, caring, and loving.
The point is, nobody Nobody knows what we saw. You don't. I don't. Not even Major Barker does.
Major Barker?
Duke, that's the man I spoke to today down at the military base. I told him what we saw, and he said they'd check into it.
I do love you with all my heart. Blue skies above a white smile on this our wedding
I love your lasagna.
Oh, you're just saying that to make me feel better.
Is it working?
Like a charm.
Wonderful about Stanley.
Everything. Just everything. He has grown. He has changed. You should have seen the way he took over when Ma was sick. He was so commanding, so masterful, and yet so sensitive and so vulnerable. I know I couldn't have gotten through it without him.
Listen, Dorothy, you thought Sophia...
Come on, lady, you don't need another.
Why not?
You've had 3 already.
I said, give me another.
Fine, it's your life. Just don't blame me if you get sick.
Excuse me, is this...
Fine. You were saying?
I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is I've waited all my life to find someone like Stan. That's my fiancé.
I know.
You do?
I know how to feel. How do you feel?
No, you don't. See, I've never been married before, except to my career.
Well, side goes, we just take things slow. And if it turns out that we can't be anything more than just good friends, well, that's good enough for me.
I'm a lucky man to have found someone like you.
I feel the same way. If you ask me, people rely too much.
He took me to the restaurant where he had met his ex-wife, Roberta.
Well, I would think going to that restaurant would just remind him of her.
It did, especially since she owns it, runs it, and calls the place Roberta's. As she was seating us, he begged her to come back to him. And after he had wept over his crab cakes, I
educated her worldly enough to help.
Oh, Rose, I'm sorry. You got a minute?
Sure, Dorothy.
It's about Eddie. You know, I've been seeing him for a week now. I'm having a relationship with him like I have never had with a man before in my life. It is purely...
I just finished a sketch of Tuna's little pals, the Dinkelheimer twins.
Wow. This book is really coming along.
Yeah, and you can chalk it all up to synergism.
Yeah, synergism. What would we ever do without it?
I'm shocked. It was back in high school. I was dating the quarterback of the football team. All the major colleges were trying to recruit him. I was pretty sure he was leaning toward Notre Dame because he asked me how to spell it.
Okay. What about Dreyfus?
The other day I thought he was lost, so I got a second dog, and then the first one came back.
Sophia, are you kidding me?
Come see for yourself.
Wow, 2 Dreyfuses.
No, 1 Dreyfus.
Because I'm good with names?
Rose, try again. She's in bed 6-8. Now hurry.
Come on.
Okay, let's fill this out. Please. And you are?
Sophia Hawkins.
Oh, hi, Blanche. How was your appointment with Dr. Rosenzweig?
Well, I was so nervous that I just rushed right in there and pulled off my top and said, well, what do you think?
What'd he say?
He said in something.
I was quite a looker. Almost as pretty as you.
Why, thank you.
Of course, I had bigger breasts. I don't know this place. Lillian, it's okay. And I don't know you.
Lillian, I'm Dorothy, and this is Sophia. We're your friends. We brought you here from the home last night.
That little dinky place.
With that Gee, Ma, I don't know if this was such a good idea.
I think you're right, Dorothy. Maybe I should have done my own hair. I've been doing it for years.
That's why it looks like something you buy on a stick at halftime.
Are you telling me what you would like me to do?
Here, I have a picture.
Well, this is not you. You are a vixen. For you, I see a saucier cut, an Audrey Hepburn look. Simple, elegant, and something to accent these delicate features.
Hang-ups in 2 days.
Miss Know-It-All, for your information, it takes 3 days.
So what did it do for you?
I've learned a hell of a lot about what makes Stanley run. Why I'm so reluctant to make commitments, why I can't keep friends, why all my business ventures seem to fail. I finally have an answer.
You must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers. I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath any...
And Sven, I'm Dorothy.
Hello.
And I'm Blanche. Welcome.
Thank you.
Rose tells us you're getting married.
Yes, and I hope I'm good at it. I don't have that much experience with women.
A big, strong, handsome thing like you get out of here.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you.
That was an expression, Sven.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think Rose got the brains in that family. Listen, let's make a pact. If we decide to keep this house, we're going to limit the number of... Maybe I ought to go to New York with you. New York is a writer's city. I could hang out at the Algonquin, talk to my colleagues, get the juices going.
Honey, I'm going just for 2 days to see a doctor. I've asked Rose to go with
Hey, we're all artists. We're all misunderstood. He cut off his hair. Maybe I'll cut off mine.
He cut off his ear.
I have too many earrings.
We gotta go. I hate to leave. I've never seen a show like this before.
Rose, what is this? Yellow eyeballs are staring at me.
Those are egg yolks, Blanche. Blanche, you are exhausted. You have to sleep.
To sleep, perchance to dream. My God, what a wonderful life. Oh, I'm getting so good I can't say Silas Marner, Paul Bunyan, nothing. You know nothing. People from Minnesota are considered well-read if they get through the Sears catalog. Give me back my book. This is why Hollywood won't get it either. I will not have my words coming out of Glenn Close's mouth. I'd rather die. Ooh. No wonder I'm up in the middle of the night working my way through the Cheese Keeper. Thank God I don't have the thighs of a normal woman. I tried to talk her out of it. She says she has thought it through and there is no change in her mind.
Well, it might not be so. Or two, my best friend, Claire Osterhaus's husband, was in the army and stationed in France. Well, 5 months after he left St. Olaf, she got pregnant. A lot of people thought she was fooling around, but she told me that sperm must...
Abutting navigable waters. I don't believe that this court has any jurisdiction.
That sounds legal to me. Counselor, your last day has been a good one. Case dismissed.
Listen, Rose, I was wondering, if you're not busy Saturday afternoon, the university is playing Shostakovich.
Oh, I'd love to go. And I'll bet we beat them.
Rose, honey, it's not a team, it's a composer. Firm, Rose. I'm not going to let her go to the prom.
I never will forget back in high school in biology class when we were studying the octopus.
Now, I swear I meant to say...
Ma, you coming?
But I rented Scarface. All right, I'll go too. Hey, I got an idea. We got all these fruitcakes from this Christmas, last Christmas, and the Christmas before that. Why don't we gather them all up and
what? I'm completely lost. Could you run that by me again?
After the lecture, Rose. Just like last week. Now, are there any newcomers here tonight?
Oh, right over here.
Rose, no.
Oh, please, stand up and introduce yourself. Stupid.
You shouldn't. You're a terrific lady.
I'm gonna miss you. Don't you forget me now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll always have this printout to remember you by.
I should have known this was going to happen. You should never work with friends. You're fired.
You can't fire me. That's against the law. That's sex discrimination.
Oh, well, I'll give you one more chance. Wait a minute. How is it?
Just in case what?
In case something should go wrong. I've been to enough funerals to see how they make up dead people. They look like clowns. You expect to see a dozen of them jump out of one coffin.
Well, nothing will go wrong. I've done this procedure 100 times. You'll be fine in a week. All we do is cut a small... I was always told my dad died before I was born. And then I found my birth certificate, and there, listed as my father, was George Devereaux.
Well, maybe there was another George Devereaux in Miami.
And this was the address in my mom's old book.
Who also lived in this house.
Believe
that. Turnstile at the end of the hall.
So anyway, Hans Fliegelfleister.
Get out of my room. Not till I find that watch. Now, where is it? I'll never tell. Unlike...
He could. 4:45 would be perfect. Thanks so much. I'll see you then. $20 to win on Ma's mouth. It's a hunch.
I'm being dramatic, you moron. I mean, I spit at the name Dorothy. I have no daughter. I have no spit.
Honey, can't you go to the eye doctor tomorrow?
Please, I can hardly see...
I did it in that movie.
What movie?
Lawrence of Arabia.
This flyer that came in the mail says they're going to start a dirty dancing course down at Lawson's Dance Studio. What do you say, Dorothy?
Oh, no. I can't see myself swinging my hips and wildly gyrating my...
At our annual talent show, right after the herring juggling act.
You mean to tell me that somebody actually juggled herring?
No, it was the herring who did the juggling. Tiny little Ginsu knives. Really very dangerous. I mean, one fall.
Did you tell us what was going on?
Because you can't help me find a job. Because nobody or nothing can make me young again.
Oh, right, Rose. So your life isn't the same as it used to be. The rules have changed, but it's happened before, hasn't it? I mean, what did you do after Charlie died?
President.
Oh, well, I'm a member of the Sierra Club, and Blanche belongs to the Daughters of the Confederacy.
And I'm a member of the Otto Club of St. Olaf. Well, actually, I'm an honorary member. My name's not Otto.
I don't think that group could be considered subversive.
Subversive?
Look, I hate to be an alarmist, but what if the baby or the mother needs more than Muzak and throw pillows?
You're a meat eater, aren't you? Ooh, sounds like there's a mommy in the making.
Sounds like there's a mommy on fire.
I'll be right back.
I hurt my knee dancing in my room. Excuse me, but do I know you? You look awfully familiar.
I get that a lot. People say I look like Wilma Flintstone. Not when she was on the air, more the way she looks today.
No, I can see that too. But you remind me of...
Operation, if I believe there was any risk.
I don't know, my little beneficiary.
Oh, God.
What's wrong, Blanche?
Oh, there's a very handsome doctor coming this way. Dorothy, listen, if he walks by...
Sophia.
Yeah, later.
Stanley, I want to talk about these gifts.
No need, babe. Did you think the old stick man could hit the jackpot and not share with his very best used to be? Let me show you something. Come on. Pour vous, mon ex.
Oh, a new convertible!
Okay. Now, take another. Come on. Right, now, how about one more? That wasn't so hard. How does it feel?
So many years inside.
How can he do a thing like that?
And believe me, just because men in the medical profession wear white does not mean that they're angels.
He did something horrible and unethical, and he has to answer for it. We are going to find out who the proper authorities are, and you're going to lodge a...
It's nice to match the name up with a face.
Father, won't you sit down? And would you like something to drink?
Tea would be lovely if it's no trouble.
No, not at all. I already had some boiling water on account of this cyst on my bum.
Dorothy, as you're already...
Way to go, Blanche. Because of you and your lousy advice, I've lost miles.
Well, if you're going to come on with this attitude and tweak my nose, and by the way, don't ever do that again because I hate it, I'm not going to help you. How was your date with Tony?
Do you enjoy getting old ladies in trouble? Well, mercy me. Looks like my little magnolia just turned into a big hoe.
A buyer's market, was it?
Not $2 million. It was lira. With the exchange rate, it came to about $47, but the check bounced anyway.
That is terrible.
I know. I told Sal, get cash.
It's terrible.
Miles, visiting hours at the hospital are until 10.
Now, please tell him I hope his leg feels better.
Oh, he feels great. He says a week in bed is just what he needs.
Tell him I'll drop by to see him again tomorrow. I went by that thimble museum. I got him a thimble from France. See?
Oh, right.
Stanley, I think we're going to make it this time.
Dorothy, I want you to meet my best man, Marvin Mitchelson.
Oh, how lovely to meet you. What an honor.
The honor is mine, Murphy.
He's a lawyer.
Mama.
Too bad, Blanche, that you weren't there.
Yeah, too bad, but I'm sure she'll say it again.
Okay, let's go.
Wait! Let me get a picture. Isn't she the most beautiful mother you've ever seen?
A little. Who wants an eclair?
Oh, God, that's John. Oh, I just hope I can be mean enough.
Dorothy, do that thing you do to me in the morning when I try to take a piece of bacon off your plate.
Blanche,
Sophia.
Oh, great. It figures you couldn't finish the job. I'm going to go get the toaster.
Sophia, I'm not dead.
Not yet. Would you slow down? I'm an old woman.
Shan, I want no part. You are kidding, Rose.
No, that's how my mother taught me.
Honey, didn't that give you a false impression about what a man would look like?
It sure did. Can you imagine my surprise on my wedding night with Charlie?
Wasn't as touching as I thought.
I'm just glad everything worked out. I never want to have to go through that again.
Oh, I knew it would all be okay. You know, Rose, I think you deserve a lot of the credit. You're the only one smart enough to double-check on that fire inspector.
Yes, I'm proud of you, Rose.
Both crazy about Marco, the goat boy. In appearance, an Adonis. In behavior, horny as a toad. Little did I know he had a thing for hairy fat girls. If I were fatter and hairier, Dorothy, Marco the goat...
This terrible news indeed, but it is good luck for all of us that we ran into each other. It so happens I know a shortcut to the palace.
Oh, really?
Yes, through my den. There's a service entrance in the rear.
Oh, thank you.
Fox.
Thank you so much.
We'll never forget this.
Sitcom, it really isn't all that funny sometimes. But, you kind of muddle on. If you could not write a joke, if B. Arthur or Betty or Rue could not get a laugh with your joke, you have written a bad joke. And that's what we learned on.
Are you happy today?
Oh, my God. We're being bugged. Who is it, immigration?
No, what are you talking about?
Happy? I'm happy, all right. Happy to be a citizen of the United States of America.
Man leech with an airbag in her headboard. And I'm sorry I said you were insensitive.
Apology accepted.
Okay, Dorothy, hand me those pictures. I think it's time.
Nurse Defarge, right on time.
Of course I'm right on time. I'm always on time. You know what happens when a nurse is late? People die.
Well then,
Would you like to see it?
Is it a two-piece?
Yes.
No.
Oh, this is just so exciting. I love construction workers. Good with their hands, dumb as stumps, and don't mind showing their buns when they bend over.
Hey, look what I found.
Oh, my God, Stan, you're not taking your monkey, are you?
Please, they are Japanese investors. The last thing I would do would be to offend them. She'll be at a separate table with the other wives.
No, Mrs. Gutman. Honestly, there's no hurricane coming.
Pretty tough words for somebody buying eclairs.
Miles, it isn't what it looks like. I mean, this has nothing to do with romance.
What do you mean it's not romantic? Oh, Rose, how could you do this?
Oh, Miles. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not being any help at all? Nobody's been any help at all. I don't know what in God's name I'm going to do.
Take it easy. If I know my sister, she's playing a trick, looking for a little laugh. Now relax. I bet Sophia is here before dinner.
Hey, Mr. Occupado.
Ma, what are you doing up?
Disappointed, huh? If I'm up, that means I'm alive. And if I'm alive, it means you can't get your hands on my money.
What are you talking about?
You know about the will. You know if I die, you'll be on Easy Street. What did you do, Dorothy? Slip cyanide in?
This morning, I just couldn't go to the drugstore without giving you this.
Well, thank you. Oh, why are you going to the drugstore?
I'm your pharmacist.
You're Bill. Bill the pharmacist.
Bill, the man in your life. I'll pick you up after work. Goodbye, my love. I used to put the Haley's MO on the bottom. Nothing. Then I put it eye level. The public went nuts. It was walking out of the store.
people will bend for aspirins.
Okay, let's go, ladies.
Don't worry, pussycat. We won't rest till we get you out of here.
Thanks, Ma.
Who wants Chinese? I got her credit card. I got her credit card.
They pay for everything.
What a prize! Sandy! Let's go for it, Rose!
Wait a minute. We're not just getting married because of the contest, are we?
Oh, no. Oh, sweetheart, no. I'm marrying you because I love you. I mean, the prize.
So what do you do for a living? Bill? Oh, who cares?
May I have your attention, please? We'd like to get started.
Cindy Lou People? You look incredible. Well, thank you. You remember our
It was an awful thing to see.
Hey, hearing it is no walk in the park.
Mr. Snuffles never did get over his feeling of alienation. He grew fat and despondent. The last report we had on him, he stowed away in a truck to Chicago and tearfully surrendered himself to the Oscar Mayer people. Oh, Dorothy!
Oh, you're beautiful.
Oh, pussycat, look at you. But to tell you the truth,